I mean, now it's been, I guess, a week, right? A couple weeks ago it broke that you were signing here. It's been about a week since you officially locked in. How does it feel early days being a Blue Jay?
Yeah, it feels great. I haven't I guess it's a little awkward sort of talking on behalf of the team and whatnot because I haven't been a part of anything yet, and I haven't really proven myself in any way yet. But I'm excited for the opportunity, and yeah, I mean, it's very special.
Dylan, can you take us through your quick kind of 1, 2, 3 checklist? I think any athlete, I mean, just the way I look at it, number one would be money all the time. If the money's right, then you go to 2 or 3. So if money's around 1 or 2, how do you go through the checklist after that? Is it winning? Is it clubhouse culture? What was your checklist like?
Yeah, I mean, those are all factors. It's the business side of it. It's how, for me, it was the business. How are they going to develop and help me be the most consistent player I can be? And then, does the team have a good chance of winning every year? And the Blue Jays pretty easily checked all of those boxes.
So in which way? Like when you say they can get you, like you're a veteran guy, you've had 200-plus strikeouts for 5 straight seasons. You're healthy all the time. You're on the bump every 5 days. How can the Jays get that even better? Like, in which way do you see this improving, and how did they actually pitch that idea to you where you said, okay, that's what I want to hear?
Yeah, I mean, they sit you down and they show you, it's honestly really impressive. They show you, hey, man, if you change your grip with this pitch, you can get this kind of movement, and we see, and I'm not getting into too much detail there with you, but, they can basically, by how you release the ball and different things that you do, can tell you, hey, we think you can add this pitch, do this, or we think we can improve what's already there, or we think we can help you with your mechanics, things like that. And at a high level, when you start winning in the margins and you start being more consistent with things like that, and you have people behind you that will maximize, that's what it's all about. So I was pretty blown away with what they've got on the development side, and that's important to me. I have been around for a while, but if you're not willing to evolve and continue to learn and grow in the game, it's gonna pass you by. So I really I want to be a consistent top end pitcher. Not 1 year great, 1 year average, 1 year great.
That's pretty cool stuff. Like, any pushback from you, or you said, actually, I'll continue to do what I've been doing and I'm not going to change on that front?
No, not at all.
No?
Not at all.
100% commitment.
Not at all.
I love it.
I'm 100% in.
Chatting with Dylan Cease. Go ahead, Noodles.
When you sign the deal, who's the first on the team to reach out to you?
Good question. Maybe Ross or Schneid, maybe. I'd have to go look at the call log. I mean, it was I had 1 million people from every walk of life reaching out at that point. So, but yeah, I mean, all the leadership positions for sure.
Well, this team has an impeccable reputation right now in terms of their clubhouse and the connection all the players have. I've lived here my whole life. You hear it sometimes. You don't know if you really believe it. This one, it really lands. Whether it's the players, the staff, the media, the fans, like everyone seemed to pick up on that. I'm curious if you've picked up on that so far and how you think you can contribute to what seems to be a great clubhouse.
Yeah, that's all I heard about it. I mean, that is important. I mean, there wasn't a negative thing about the organization in general that I heard. And on top of it, to hear that the clubhouse was as strong and together as it was is, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they almost won the World Series. I think the proof is in the pudding. Yeah, and for me to add to it, it's really, I think, by just, I don't know, being myself and just assimilating into the culture and not trying to make things about myself, really just trying to play in the mindset, in the sense of sacrificing for the team and doing what needs to be done. And it's really that simple. I really don't want things about me. I just want to perform and do my job well.
So, Dylan, what was your impression of Toronto before you joined the organization? I mean, Jeff talked about checking things off as far as obviously signing the deal, money, culture, all of that type of stuff. But from an opposing player, what was your impression of flying into Toronto, playing the Blue Jays, maybe the city or the culture, or that made it attractive outside of the other things that we talked about?
Yeah, it's always been cool. I haven't had the opportunity to explore Toronto too much, but it always feels a little exotic, a little foreign when you fly in, and that's one thing is I've really spent more time now trying to learn about the culture and learning about what's important to Canadians and really what is behind Toronto. It's obviously a major big city, and I still don't know, probably 1/100th of what I'm going to even learn this year, but I've always enjoyed my time there, and I'm really looking forward to experiencing the culture and seeing what's important to you guys and just being a part of the city.
Well, you're going to pick up on how much we love that 1992 Blue Jay team, and I know you're an Atlanta guy. You were born a few years after that, but I'm curious how much you heard about that from your parents, your aunts, uncles, grandparents. How much did you? How much does that still burn? The Jays winning and beating the Braves.
We focus on 95 more than anything before that.
As you should. You did get them back, I guess. Not necessarily against the Jays, but there is that history, which is pretty cool. And I know you grew up where your dad. I think you had a twin brother, and he was coaching you guys all the way up. I want to say I read that your grandmother was a professional player at some point.
Yeah, she did. I'm not sure if it's exactly like a league of their own, but essentially, I think it was pretty much that. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So, how much do you lean on? That your family, your friends, and kind of helping you get into the position that you're currently in.
Yeah, and growing up, my dad, we would go out and he'd hit me ground balls all day, throw to me all day, catch my bullpens. And then I had I have a twin brother, so he would sit in the bucket, and I would pretend to be a big leaguer, and he'd be a catcher, and then vice versa all day. We would, wiffle ball, stick ball, hitting thing. It was just nonstop. Basically playing and practicing and doing baseball. So my parents were very dedicated to it, and they knew it was something that we enjoyed, and it's something that while they didn't really have to push us very hard because I think we loved it, they always supported us and made sure that we had everything that we needed, and we were heading in the right direction.
Well, it's obviously led to a great career and a big signing up here in Toronto. We're chatting with Dylan Cease, and I mentioned your stats earlier. You have a reputation for being reliable, for being healthy, over 200-plus strikeouts, 5 straight seasons. How much work goes into that? Like, how do you prepare for a new season and get your body ready so that you can be available? Because it's such a theme in pro sports today. Can a guy play? Is he going to get through a rotation? Is whatever sport it is, football, hockey, baseball, basketball. How have you managed to kind of get through the grind?
Yeah, you definitely have to set yourself up in the off season by preparing and lifting weights and doing everything that needs to be done. And then in the season it's maybe a little bit less oriented on the weights and maybe more oriented on recovery. And really, I've always been around good staffs that help take care of me, and you get your massages, you do your shoulder work, and for me, I take pride in taking the ball no matter what. So there's a lot of times where you got to pitch where it doesn't feel good, or maybe you were sick or are sick or didn't sleep well or whatever it is, and it's just a part of the job, really. So unless something is seriously wrong, I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to try to find a way. And I can't really take all the credit for that. There's a lot of people along the way that have helped me do that, and still to this day are helping me do that.
With Dylan Cease, and you mentioned, off the top there, Dylan, we'll get you out of here on this question, that, felt a little bit awkward talking on behalf of the team because you haven't, joined them yet and you haven't had a chance to prove yourself. Yeah. When you say, you use that term, prove yourself, like how much of it is, I got to prove it to my teammates, I got to prove it to ownership who just gave me this contract, all this money, I got to prove it to the fans who are now so excited to have you up here.
Yeah, for sure. I want to earn people's respect. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to be perfect over this contract. There's going to be times where I don't perform, and I know that. But I want to show up and I want to earn people's respect. And it's really, it's as simple as that. Obviously, I want to go out and throw a no-hitter every day and do all amazing things that are part of a season, but it's a grind. It's a game of failure. It's a game of mental fortitude and not giving up. So want to have the right process and the right mindset with everything, and just go in and give it everything I have consistently. And that's why I'm excited to be a part of a clubhouse like this and a culture like this, because it makes it that much easier when you do fail to get back up. It makes it that much easier when you're going through the hard times. And having people that you trust, which I'm still in the process of building that with the staff. They're going to learn to trust me and my personality, and I'm going to learn to trust them and how they operate. And it makes it like I said with the development side. It makes it that much easier to go into a season confident and handle things that need to be handled, because there is that team behind you, there is that support behind you. And at the end of the day, I really just want to perform and win. And I feel like this is a team and a culture that is pretty much built on that.